The Norwegian Students and Academics International Assistance Fund is behind a hilarious video doing the rounds online. It's called Who Wants to Be a Volunteer? And let's face it, it's something that is probably a pet peeve of most of us Africans. It's the idea that Africa needs to be saved by international assistance. Have a look at some of that video here. We're joined on the line by the Vice President of the Assistance Fund, that's Christopher Kinga, who's going to speak to us a little bit more about the organization and about the very firm belief that stereotypes diminish dignity. Christopher, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Now, everybody in South Africa is talking about the absolutely hilarious video produced and uploaded by your organization. Tell us more about Who Wants to Be a Volunteer?
Well, first of all, we're SAI, with the Norwegian Students and Academics International Assistance Fund. And we work with many different topics, but one of them is our view of the South, and Africa in particular. Now, in 2012, we made this video called Radiate Africa for Norway, where, Africans, upon seeing images of freezing Norwegians during the cold, harsh Norwegian winters, wanted to do something. And they made this campaign where they donated radiators to Norway to help us. And this is a fair comparison to how many Norwegians view Africa, because the image that we keep getting served both by the media but also by fundraising campaigns is an Africa filled, it's one country filled with hopelessness and darkness, with passive women, warlike men and hungry kids. And it's just so wrong. So we want to do something about that. Now this video was intentionally meant for just a Norwegian audience, but we got a lot of attention worldwide, so we kept doing it. And this year we made Who Want to Be a Volunteer.
I have to say that the Radiate video was probably one of our favorites back home, because quite honestly, when we look at those freezing Norwegian winters, that is how we feel. We would like to help you somehow. But the underlying message in both that message and the new one is that we're not here as Africans to be rescued by somebody. Is that the message you were hoping to get across?
Exactly. In these fundraising campaigns, we keep seeing images of poor, helpless Africans as kind of the passive recipients, whereas we as the Westerners need to go down there and be the hero and be the active agents to help them. These fundraising campaigns that we target, they often don't let people use their own voice. They don't let people tell their own stories and speak on their own behalfs, which is problematic. It also keeps using kind of the same footage. We see the same images portrayed since the 60s. And really believe that this creates apathy rather than action. If you keep seeing these images of hopelessness, you kind of start believing that it doesn't help. Fundraising and foreign aid and development cooperation, it doesn't really work because you keep seeing the same footage and same images. So we want to focus on, the possibilities, the capabilities of change, the capacity of these people and how they can change their own reality rather than focus on us, giving and helping these helpless, poor recipients of our money.